What's up, guys? Welcome back to 5280, and today's episode's going to be a little different. We're starting a big project in my brand new garage.
All right, guys, you're watching this for two different reasons. One, you love my content and I love you back. And two, well, you want to epoxy your garage floor. And this video is going to help you and show you the steps that I went through and tell you some of the good things that I learned and some of the things that I found difficult. So we're going to start off with what product I use. And I went with Oleum's Rock Solid Marble Kit. And this kit is a little bit more difficult than I was expecting. The reason being is that it's a two-color kit. With it being a two-color kit, obviously it's got a white and a black. Now, they do have a lot of other kits as well. They have their metallic gunmetal series. They do have a blue, a red. I think I'm forgetting some of the other ones, but regardless, the metallic series is a lot easier to lay down because it's all one solid color. So when you're laying it down, it's literally like painting a wall. About as easy as you can get, hard to mess that up. This is a little bit more difficult. This is your first time, try one of the other kits. Honestly, you'll go down a lot better. You'll learn a lot better with that, and it's harder to mess up. I wish I would have knew that. I dove right into this. It's the first time I've ever done it. And I'd say I didn't do bad. Could have done better. A couple of things that these kits come with. It's going to come with the material itself. So if you have a marble kit like that, it's going to come with a 40-ounce bag of white, 40-ounce bag of black, and then it's going to come with the roller, a pan, and the acid etch. The roller, with my kit, use it. Same with the pan. It's important because they have the separated sides for the white and the black there. The lint, everybody talks about the lint. De-lint the rollers. Use tape and de-lint the roller. That's what I can recommend. They are great rollers. They're not as bad as everybody was saying. You need to prep. And this whole thing is about prep. Now, the acid etch that it comes with, it's great quality. Use what they have. It does a good job, and it's not going to hurt your driveway when you rinse it out or anything like that, or kill your grass. Keep that in mind. A couple of things you'll need. Get a squeegee. Makes your life so much easier. Get what's called a deck brush. That's going to basically be just a scrub brush with a handle. Does a really good job. You're going to need it for the degreasing and also the acid etch. Get yourself a watering can to pour the acid etch onto the concrete, or at least something to pour it on with. It doesn't have to be a watering can. It's just what I use, what everybody in the mom uses. You're also going to need a good degreaser. Oleum has a good degreaser as well. You can use theirs. Depending on how bad your garage is really how much elbow grease you're going to need to use with your degreaser. The other thing I needed was a frame for the roller with an extension on it. That made my back, it saved my back quite a bit, and it just made the job go by so much faster. The other thing I can tell you is you need like a 3-inch wide high quality brush. That's for cutting on your edges, that's doing all the edges and stuff like that. And also I got into these cracks with that brush and I painted these cracks. It looks a lot better, it's more seamless. It just looks a lot higher quality with those cracks filled with the color. I didn't pour it in because you want this to flex and give and heave and hoe a little bit. So don't pour the stuff in there, just paint it, make it look presentable is the best way to explain it. The amount of material you need. Each one of these kits did 25% of my garage. This kit says it does one garage. So 200 to 250 square feet, which is this whole side or this whole side separate. It's not enough. Again, this did 25% of my garage. So I had 4 kits. It's about 80 ounces of material per kit. That did 25%, so I have a garage that's 22 feet by 19 feet. It's 490 square feet. Kind of do your math yourself. Now, if you go with the metallic kits, they come with less material because it's one color. You're probably going to need a 5th kit if you do that for this size garage. Other things I'll mention, your prep is going to be important. I started off with a good sweep, I rinsed the garage, and I started my degreasing. Degreasing is going to be the longest process depending on how dirty your garage is. My garage is brand new. I didn't have a single stain on here besides what the drywallers left behind, and they made a mess, but it was an easy mess to clean. So from there, you're gonna degrease, and if your garage is so bad that you need to resurface, well, you can buy, or not buy, but you can rent that tool from Home Depot, and you can resurface this. Make sure all the oil stains and all that stuff is cleaned up. I can't stress that enough. Clean your garage and get all the oil out. This stuff will not adhere if there's oil under it. Very important. From there, you're gonna do your acid etch. You need to scrub that acid or that material into it after you're done pouring it. Time frame that people talk about with the acid etch, well, actually nobody talks about the time frame with the acid etch. Leave it on for at least 20 minutes. Make sure you need to keep it damp, so don't let it dry. So keep that area damp and scrub it in with your brush. That's going to be very important. Once you're done acid etching, rinse it out, scrub it again, rinse it out a couple more times. The way you know it's done or that it's clean is if you drag your hand across it and your hand comes up clean. Now, if it comes up with dust or something, it's probably not clean. You need to continue rinsing it out. Once you're done with that, you're ready to roll your material. Make sure your material isn't ruined or anything. Open up all your product before you start this project. And the reason why I say that is there's a part A and a part B. There's an internal seal. If that internal seal is broken, you're hosed. You need to replace that kit. So you want to make sure all of your material is 100% before you start this. Trust me, I learned that with my clear coat. So once you're ready to roll, put all your tape down and then mix your material, cut your edges with your brush, and then roll your material on. Again, each one of these kits only did 25% of the garage. Other than that, guys, we're gonna jump right into it. I'll show you all the steps. We're gonna start by, again, getting a good sweep and starting with our brush. So, got piles of dirt I need to sweep up, and then I'm going to hose everything out, or power wash everything out. Once I'm done power washing, I'm going to squeegee, and then I'm going to take the degreaser. I'm gonna degrease, scrub everything, and then I'm gonna hit it with the power washer again. So, very labor-intensive job. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it is done. All right, guys, so the concrete is, we got it swept, we got it basically scraped with all the crap that was on there, and then I rinsed it, and then I also did a degreaser, squeegeed it out. Now it is ready for the acid etch. So basically what we're gonna do, we got our little can here, and then we got our acid etch. So basically what we're gonna do is if I remember correct, it's 2 gallons of water for 1 packet of that. And that's basically supposed to do one of these sections. So what we'll do is we'll get this completely wet, no standing water. So if there is any standing water, use your squeegee it out. It just needs to be wet or damp is the best way to describe it. And then basically you take this, you just pour it out evenly like so, and you let it do its thing. That's when you take your deck brush and you kind of just work it into the concrete a little bit. Once it's worked in, I've been trying to figure out from the instructions, they're very vague on it, on how long it's supposed to be on the concrete, but I think probably 30 minutes. When we do the first section, I'll update you on that and let you know about how long. But basically, you'll hear it work into the concrete. It'll make a chemical reaction with it, open up all the pores. And once it's basically squeegeed and, rinsed out, which rinsing, you need to rinse a lot of it. It's gonna feel like sandpaper when you go your hand across it, because right now it's smooth. So right now those pores are fairly closed up and it's smooth. So we wanna open those pores up so we can get the best adhesion as possible. So we're gonna jump to a time lapse of me doing that. I'm also gonna have my father-in-law help me out just because it's way easier to have 2 people set on that.
Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna
When you're done scrubbing, once you got it all down, you're gonna wanna rinse it out pretty good. So I'm gonna fire up the power washer, I'm gonna rinse it out, and should be done with this portion of it. So got everything laid out here. Basically have both of our colors, we got a tray, we also got our roller as well. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to take the packets, you're going to shake them up a little bit, kind of get some of the excess out of the corners, and then you're going to roll part A to part B, and then you'll see the seal crack in it. That will mix the two, and what you need to do is about 1 to 2 minutes, you need to shake it. From there, you're going to pour some in your hand and do the same with the other color. Once you are ready, make sure you have your roller and your extension. Make sure you de-lint these guys before or ahead of time. That's something else I'll show you in a second. But once you're there, what you're going to do is you're going to cut all your corners. So basically you're going to be about, I'd say aim for maybe around 6 inches to cut your corners, just to make it a little bit easier when you're rolling. From there, then you're going to start rolling in a W and an M pattern. If you have a painted or anything like that, that's the pattern you normally use. So you do your M, or you do your W, you rotate 90 degrees, do your M, and so on, to make sure you're trying not to blend the colors too much. Now I have everything staged, so I have 1 kit for 25% of the garage. So I have a total of 4 kits, and I have 1 in each corner, and you're basically all set up like this. So once I'm done with this section, I jump to another section, and so on.
Criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been too scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now
So guys, as you can see behind me, we got what, 25% of the way there. And that took, I feel like about an hour. Maybe a little less than that. But cutting in the edges around there and up here and over here was a little bit of a pain in the neck. I did fill the cracks somewhat. Basically, I took the brush and just dabbed it in. So there isn't like a noticeable spot that I didn't hit. Now, if you look close, yeah, it's obvious that there's some spots that aren't there, but whatever. Other than that, it is starting to look really good. It's weird in the way it looks right now, but I think once it dries, it kind of comes together a little bit. We'll see. I might do some experimentation on the other side and see what I come up with, but it's kind of hard because you don't want to blend the colors too much, but at the same time, it looks like there's obvious strokes right there. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it looks, and if I absolutely hate it, I'll live with it. I'm gonna turn all this crap. So it's been about 18 hours since I've finished the last little bit of the coating. I have not looked at it yet, so I'm about to open the garage. My reaction is going to be genuine. Oh, that is sick. Oh my God. You guys have to see this. Look at the results. I love this. This actually turned out way better than I expected. Now, it's not perfect. There's some stuff that I wish I would have knew ahead of time. And the reality is, like, you could see I started swirling it in these sections. I didn't do it in that section. I wish I did, because that's where I'm going to be spending a lot of my time. So I swirled it, and I got a lot better results out of it. It looks more, I don't know, marble-ish, a little bit less uniform, like it wasn't as much strokes or anything like that, where back there it looks like it. Can't walk on it yet. It's dry to the touch. It's still a little tactile. It's soft, so if I walk on it, I'm going to leave a foot imprint. So I'm not going to do that. But the results speak. We're not done here. There's a lot more to do. I think this is a good starting point, a real good starting point. There is going to be tons more, which I want you guys to stay tuned for, but my God, I have a garage, and it's got showroom-like floor quality. I'm excited. It's my first garage, first time doing this coating, first time doing any coating on concrete, and man, this garage is gonna look awesome. So guys, the next part is that I'm gonna lay down a sealant on this. They have, Oleum has their clear coat, so I'm gonna do that, but that's gonna be a different video. So let me know if you guys have any questions, but don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Catch you guys next time. All right guys, so concrete is swept, squeegee, cleaned out. No. All right guys.